Hey folks, Free Play Frank. Well, this week I'm going to show you how to make a retaining wall out of concrete rubble. And later I got some good rock and roll for you. There's only one way to rock, by Sammy Hagar. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so today we're going to be finishing off my concrete rubble retaining wall. I started building this 12 years ago when I came here, and this field was basically flat. It sloped slightly uphill, and I excavated another area of the property to make it a storage area, and then I brought all the dirt over to this low spot here and had this concrete rubble brought in, and I started building a retaining wall out of it. And that's as far as I got with the concrete that I had, but I got a whole bunch more since then. There's one big rock that I dug out when I was excavating over there. And I prepared this area here just now with the excavator, leveled it out for the rest of the concrete rubble to go. It's going to come to this corner where this post is, and then it's going to go up to this other post here, and then this dirt on the other side, I'm going to make a ramp going down this way behind that trailer so that I can drive my tractor and stuff down into this area of the field. Got some wood here to burn or chip. Anyways, we'll take a walk down this way. You can see the rest of the concrete rubble. You can see the back tire of the motor home there, slightly in front of the back tire of the motor home there. That's the height that the dirt is going to be leveled. I'm going to bring a bunch of dirt down here from another area of the property, and we're going to fill that, and we're going to build a concrete wall up so that it's about almost as high as this post here, maybe a foot lower than this post. And I put these pieces here. These were old footings from the corner of a pole barn that got torn down, and they're upside down now. And my thought with this was that I could use these to build another pole barn storage area here for firewood and wood chips and stuff. So I might still do that. I haven't decided yet. But anyways, you can see these are all chunks of concrete. This is a house foundation and stuff, so on. That you can see underneath this car here, that's the height that the dirt's going to be. It's going to be brought up to the height of that, where the bottom of that car is there. There's an old stump. I'm going to pull this out of here and chip it, replace it with concrete rubble. You can see the concrete. Hi Ginger. Hi Ginger. That's Ginger. You can see the concrete goes all the way up here towards where that brown goat is standing. And here's the rest of another pile of the rubble I have that I'm going to be using for the wall. And those smaller pieces of rubble I'm going to crush. So this is about the height right where that large flat piece is there. That's about the height. This part here, I just finished this off here by hand. So we're gonna get going here and get some more stuff moved and get some of the big concrete chunks placed and place the smaller ones with the excavator. Okay, I brought a bunch of chunks down from the other field, so now I'm gonna start placing it. Well, you got this corner of the concrete here placed. Goes all the way along to that motorhome there. Now I'm going to bring some fill down here and I'll fill this area in. And then I'll move the stuff from the other side of that motorhome over to here. And then I'll start doing that side. There, I brought some dirt up here now, so now we're going to spread the dirt around in here and compact it, grade it out. There, I got some more nice clean fill here. I spread all the fill that I had. And my deck doesn't lift up high enough to dump dirt, so I gotta pull it off with the excavator. Okay, I got all the fill spread in here now. I got it at about the right height that I want. And like I say, I got quite a bit extra there, so now I'll move all the vehicles and stuff from the other half of this and move them over to this section I just finished. And then I'll carry on building the wall and filling on the other side. Alright, we're starting to place the blocks for the other half of the retaining wall now. And you can see it goes down quite low here. I'm standing up about 4 feet, 5 feet higher than the field down there. I'm going to pull that old stump out of the way and replace it with concrete. There's where I've been putting my wood stove ashes. Guess I'll have to find another place for that, because it's going to be filled in with dirt. And I have 5 of, where are they? Okay, I'll show you in a minute. But anyways, here's the retaining wall here. It's only about 2 feet high. It's going to be 5 or 5.5 feet high there, and it's slowly getting lower here. I placed these blocks a year ago or so. And this concrete pile over here has been here for years. And I got my concrete crusher set up over there, and I crushed all the small rubble to make concrete out of it. So we've just got the big pieces left and a little bit of that ornamental concrete planters over there that I'm not sure what to do with yet. So we're going to be using these big chunks of concrete here, picking them up with the excavator and placing them for the wall. And this is what I wanted to show you here. These here with this big piece of 6x6 sticking out of it. This was a footing from a pole barn that got demolished 12 years ago, and then we brought the concrete rubble here. So I got 4 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide where they're going to be located, and I'm going to bury them in a rectangle so that I can use them as a base for a shed after this retaining wall's done and it's all filled in. So I'm going to bury the concrete chunk in the ground up to the level of where the wood starts to come out of it, and that should give me a really good solid footing for a shed. It's never going to blow away no matter how strong the hurricane is. It ain't going to blow that big chunk of concrete away. It's about 1,000 pounds of concrete there. So we're going to have to pick up some of these blocks that are in the way and move them out of the way, and maybe reposition some and get these all placed here now. And I'll show you what that looks like after I'm done. Well, it's November the 12th today. We had a bad windstorm last night. It blew most of the leaves off the trees, so that's good. Makes a little more work for me though, raking it all up in my work area. But anyways, I got quite a lot of the concrete chunks placed. And I got this big stump pushed out of there, replaced with concrete chunks. And then here is the first corner post for the shed. I got it set in place here. I gotta do the final leveling by pulling it back with the excavator with a level on it and then shoveling dirt underneath it till the post sticks up straight. And then I can bring in some more fill from another part of the property and fill in all these spots here and get it built up. And then that pile of fill that you can see back there by that white goat, that's real high quality sand and clay kind of a mix. So I'm saving that to top coat everything, because most of the fill I have is mostly dirt clay mix, so it doesn't stay as firm. But that stuff seems to work really good. I've had that here for 6 months on the other side, and it's solid as a rock. You can walk on it, drive on it. It doesn't get wet and it doesn't get muddy. So I'm going to try and get some more of that to top coat this area. And then I got some more placed this way, because the problem is they won't stay when there's so much dirt. You gotta backfill slowly, put a couple feet of backfill in here and pack it down until it gets up to the level that I've got the concrete chunks placed, and then I can start to place more, otherwise they just fall off. So, and also I got most of the concrete chunks moved away from where they were in this big pile. I put them back here with the excavator, and you can see this part here. I've got this part all finished off here. Looks like a mess, I know, but you give it a couple years and they'll all assimilate to the same color once they start growing plants and moss and stuff on them, and then it has like a rustic kind of appeal. I kind of like it. I think it looks kind of nice. And you can see here, that's the level I want it to be at there. You can see the wheel where that little pile of gravel is by the crusher there. That's the height I want it to be. And it's a little bit low in here. And there's the corner post for the shed that's going to go right about here in this low spot here. And so I'll show you what it looks like when I get to the next stage. I brought 5 or 6 loads in with the Ranger dump truck of fill, and it's just got so wet here because it's the end of January, getting to February now, so I had to lay down all this plywood just so I could back the truck in here without sinking. Okay, I had to drop most of the dirt down here. I had to walk the excavator over the piles because there's no way to get it in here with all these motorhomes and stuff in here other than to come in through the way that I brought the dump truck in and dump. So I walked her over the pile, and then I scooped the piles, slung them all over back down into this corner here. And I'm filling this area here now. This is quite low in this area. And along here, I'm going to fill. Let me climb down off of here for a second. Give me a little bit of jerking. As you can see, that it's quite low here. I want to get it up to about the top of the concrete here, and it's still low in the corner there. I got to add more blocks, but I can't add any more blocks until I backfill what I did already, because the blocks just fall in. So I need to have some support in there. So let me get this dirt spread out, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, I got the rest of the dirt moved down here, and I got most of it spread out. It's just roughed in. I gotta finish grade it. Took about probably 3 or 4 truckfuls just to fill up this corner, and it's not quite full enough yet, but I've got enough of it placed now that I can place the rest of the concrete blocks and finish off the wall and add a little bit of dirt as I need it to hold the blocks in place. And then I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Alright, I got all the blocks placed now. You see what it looks like now. And next step, we're going to go along and fill up all the little gaps by hand with smaller pieces. And I'm going to come later with mortar. I'm going to mortar all the joints. That's going to be a big job. It's going to take days and days. I don't know how many bags of mortar it's going to use, but it'll keep the dirt from falling out, because a lot of the dirt will fall out of there. If you don't pack it with something, it'll fall out. And now I'm going to get on the excavator now, and I'm going to grade out the rest of this dirt as best I can here now.
Called by different names all over the world, but it's all the same. Now there's so many ways to make love, the ways that I've been dreaming of. Oh yeah. But there's only one way. There's only one way to rock. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. And there's so many ways that get you high. Gonna try them all just this once before I die. Oh yeah. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. Quickly check their hands on the clock. It's 8:05. Time to rock. This world can disagree. They don't know just how it can be. It's not my point of view. It's the truth. You know that it's true. Oh yeah. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. Crank out the drums, crank up the bass, crank up my explorer in your face. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. But there's only one way. There's only one way. There's only one way to rock. To rock. Alright, there you have it. Sammy Hagar. There's only one way to rock. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.